YouTube, you thought you'd got rid of me. You thought, you know, it's all over. There's nothing more to do. He's done everything there is to do in Peglin. Somewhat true. However, I want it to be like, I want the records to be known in the digital file that is actually true, that I am the greatest to ever Peglin it, I suppose is the verb of it. And I actually checked off camera. There are 5 things I've actually not got the nice little bluish, purplish 20 icon next to the name. And I want to get those actually in my book. I want them in my little Peglin book in the game. So it's it's digital spreadsheeting again. We know that I can do all of them. I've already done it before, but we just want to, like, you know, it's finishing touches, basically. So the 5 things I need to do, actually, which I did before this gimmick was put into the game. I need to do Activate Orb. I haven't beat the game since this was added to the game. I need to beat Duplicate Orb, wherever you are. I think you're on this page as well. We need to do Duplicate Orb. I also need to do, and this is going to be the most frustrating one, I need to do Belectrum, which surprisingly I've not done at C20 since this has been added to the game. To be fair, Belectrum does often ruin runs, so, you know, that's probably the reason why. There's then 2 relics I also have to grab, and the 2 relics, I'm going to spoil you right now, I'm going to play Spinventer. The 2 relics I can't actually get as a Spinventer, so we don't need to worry about relics too much, but I need to knock out Status Symbol, which I think you can do as base Peglin and the round rule only. And finally, I need to knock out, and I think I mentioned this last time, the Peace of Mind, which I think is Paladin exclusive. I'm not sure the base Peglin can get it, so we're going to have to play at least, I think, 3 of the characters to get everything. But I thought, you know what, we've not played as the Spinventer, so we'll start with Spinventer. Also, I rehired the Keeper for a temporary contract. He's getting paid in half carrots now. We have this version of the spreadsheet again, with the light green ones being the 5 things I need to grab. I don't know why Seraphic Shield is still light green, but whatever. That's not something I do need to do, because I actually can't get the hidden ones over 20 next to the name. Anyway. Alright, so more Peglin stuff. Basic Blade, I think, is what we go for here. Just pure damage. I like it. No bells or whistles attached, but I respect that, as I've said before. We're fighting moles, so we want piercing. We could get away with a bit of targeting. Though we are just playing as the old mad scientist of Peglin, which means let's go Sly build, basically going. Okay, I can fight 3 elites on this floor, which seems like a pretty good idea, assuming I don't get, you know, murdered on the way. I'm not on C20. No, I am on C20. Wait, am I on C20? What am I on? Yeah, C20, good. Why are you with... Oh, Spinvent Originality. I'm actually dumb. I got really confused with the 3-4 stat line, but it's because of Basic Blade plus Spinvent Originality, so it takes it to a 3-4. That's not a terrible, that's actually just a good ball. That's just called ball at this point. I'd quite happily replace all my pebbles with 3-4s. Okay, we've already got 25, but let's just keep getting the gold. I'm gonna keep farming a bit more gold. It's a bit of a, like, greedy boy strategy. I've already accepted we're going to take a little bit of a hit probably down the line. Purely because I have no piercing at this point in the game. I could go get the bomb, but I feel like more often than not when you get the bomb as this character, this is my best shot of all time. I feel like whenever you get the bomb as this character, more often than not, you just take damage in the, you know, the meanwhile. Like, it takes 2 or 3 shots to unlock it, so I'm just not going to worry about it. Hopefully that was my lot for damage. Although I say this, instantaneously I look where the refresh is, and it's not in a great spot. And again, not in a great spot now. Hopefully the Terrible can do some great things for me here. I'll try and bounce it down the right side after this. I was going to say, I hate the pink slide with this part, because sometimes it does just push it into a really weird spot. Nice, it's a huge shot. Very, very lucky, but huge shot. Okay, there is a a traitor amongst us, and I think that is the traitor. Concentration, though, not the traitor. Really love this orb. Very good. Great refresh tech. Pretty good in the mole fight now that the tree only gets... I don't know what to call it. Like, taunt type effect for every other turn. I will certainly grab it. Alright, Bat. You are the target my eye to begin with, because you can sustain and just be downright annoying. Also, want to bear in mind we need to go right again, I think, here. So let's keep clearing the path towards the right. Yep, we still want to be going right. I think it's an appropriate time to get off the last bomb as well. And now we can just farm gold. I was toying with using the horrible there just to farm a bit more gold, but for now, I feel pretty okay with things. I'm not, like, desperate for the money. I'd rather just not take any more hits. And sometimes this fight can do weird shit like that, for example. Okay, refresh me. I'd love it to bounce back up into the crit. Alright, never mind. It's still good damage. In fact, I think it killed you, right? It did. Perfect. Okay, Chemiball Hazard. Are you good enough a slime to put into the run? You're an interesting slime. I feel like there's like great potential in Chemiball Hazard, but we just never really got to unlock its glory. Although I say that, the awkward thing about Chemiball Hazard is it triggers after, you know, everything attacks you, right? So it's just very slow damage. It's also single target damage, which is a bit messy. That being said, it's slime. You know what? I'll grab you, but I'm a little bit like, should I grab you or should I just upgrade something I've already got? Okay, I feel quite happy now. Adventuring is so good with slime builds. Just a free +10 on slime pegs when I want it. Okay, this is not my favorite of the battles I could get, but we'll try and make it work. I have very, very little piercing, as in, like, no piercing. So I have to basically play them at their own game. You know what? The refresh is in such a nice spot right now. I'll save that for later. So yeah, I just have to knock them out one at a time. Normally it's decent timing if I can kill the one in front before he attacks, but I can't. We're still doing okay-ish, I think. Get some Chemiball slime on the board as well to help the damage. Very nice, I'm going to kill the front guy, so the Chemiball goes into the back guy. By back, I mean the middle guy, I suppose. Yeah, that takes the Chemiball. I think I'll just use this opportunity to get the refresh. It's a really awkward spot right now. I tried to bounce back for the crit, but we didn't get it. Another kill, though. Chemiball triggers again. And let's see how this goes. Make a +30 peg. I found the little gap, sadly. I've kind of accepted we're going to get hit again here. If we got the refresh from the previous shot, we probably would have not taken another damage. And then Chemiball gets me there. I think Trues again becomes an interesting option. My slight concern with Trues right now is not really good against the boss. Also, I'm going very wide right now. So I think I'm actually going to turn it down, but I'm not saying I'm going to turn it down again in the future. I'll take a heal at this point because we're probably going to need it. Oboe, really good defensive damage. I don't feel like I need the refreshers right now because I've got some refresh tech and we're really early in the run. And now we just want more battles. Now, obviously, as well, this is not our first spreadsheet, right? We know what to expect here. What do we expect? We expect the game will troll me every now and again. Also, it's kind of hard to do the spreadsheet-related paraphernalia because I'm going to have to take things on runs that they're not really suited for. So this might be a bit awkward. So we want to build as good a foundation as possible before we put in these, like, subpar orbs. That being said, I think Activate Orb is, like, it's okay. I don't think it's great, which is probably part of the reason why, you know, I've only beat the game with it one time, I suppose, at C20. But it's certainly not going to just, like, destroy the run like the Necromancer would, for example. And I also have to remember with things like Bellectob, for example. I could just choose to not fire the orb if I think it's going to be, like, really, really detrimental. Okay, it's actually kind of a good shot at the end because I slimed the cyan peg to get more poison damage. I would like you to perish before you attack me again. Try and clear a path to the bomb/refresh. Okay, never mind, I can't do it. We'll just take some gold. I wish I did slightly more damage there, just, you know, so I didn't get smacked again. I think the safe play here is to just take a refresh. Perfect. You know what? That's not too bad. Best Foot is also really good with the slime build. But I think in my current guise, let me just take this up another level. I think the foot is common, right? Or it feels common. So we'll get another one later. Okay, this is the fight where you just want piercing and nothing else. What do I not have? Piercing. Would have also been nice to have my Chemi Ball game. Just throwing it out there. I think we're just going to have to grind through these guys, sadly. It's a bit of an awkward fight. Fortunately, the refresh isn't in a bad position right now. So I can probably get the bomb on the next hit. Yeah, it's not great. I take 9 damage, but I've got a guaranteed hit on a bomb now. Also, the oboe protected me quite a lot there. Saved me like another 3 damage. And now we can farm. Insane bounce. Okay, I guess we can't farm anymore. The game's like, no, you farmed enough. Okay, you're not what I need, Rubberize Orb. Fortunately for me. Let's take another upgrade. Yeah, let's take another upgrade. Let's get more damage. I'd love to just grab Green Slime. I feel like one of the issues with this character, and I do quite like the character, I think they're quite strong. You know what, actually, I'm not going to risk this. I kind of wish the defensive options were a bit, like, more diverse. I feel like if you don't get the green healing slime, like, you've not had it, but, like, you're in a really awkward situation. I should probably hit a bomb here. You know what? That's actually a great shot. Okay, he dies to a singular bomb now. So we'll change targets. I would like to take one of my singular bombs that I've activated and set it off. If you would be so kind, sirs. Anyone want to come to the top of the map? Alright, whatever. Good enough. I got a bit impatient. I was like, oh, maybe it'll rattle around and hit it. There we go. Alright, bomb hit. Tree Stump will drop. You're going to start down to poison now. Or Chemi Ball damage, sorry. And we are in a situation where I probably could farm this turn, honestly. I probably do want to hit one more bomb. I should probably have also targeted that not into the Tree Stump, but hey-ho. Okay, fight's over. That's okay. Laserorb, you're not exactly what I'm looking for in terms of, like... You're not even really piercing damage. You're peg piercing, but that's not what I'm after. Let's just take a heal here. And we don't really care where we go, so we could be a little bit of a greedy boy here. But I want to, like, value my health more, because, as it's kind of, like, suggested before, this character has issues with healing. Once they get healing, they have the best healing in the game. But I'm not there at all. I have none of the... Well, I have almost none of the pieces. That will help. A little bit of extra healing on the reload. Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah, perfect enough. Let's get some Chemi Ball Hazard on the board. And you know what? Let's target this guy. Let's get the Chemi Ball stuff lowering his health. I think this is where Chemi Ball, like, really shines, when you have a really dense board and you have an enemy at the back that you want to target whilst doing damage to the one at the front. I can just get, like, this little chip damage turn after turn after turn now, quite happily. I see where the refresh is. I'm not a huge fan of it, but also, it's okay. Now, the other thing I should probably be doing is just hitting the Chemi Ball slimes first, because adventuring is going to put it into +10 state, which means I'll do one more Chemi Ball damage. I should probably also, at this point as well, now start actually, you know, digging out the refresh, because I'm going to need it. I suspect we're going to get hit here, but it's actually pretty close. I just need to hit one insane shot, okay? You know, let's play the safe game. Just keep going a path. Oh, you know what as well? I'm recording this just after the sad passing of John Virgo. For him, is there a gap? There is. Rest in peace, John Virgo. I was so sad to hear that over the weekend. Alright. Let's just be safe. I was going to say, try and get some more gold here. Because they'll dive the Chemi Ball right at the back guy. I think. This actually might be perfect. We get 6 healing. Then he dies the Chemi Ball. So, it kind of works. I'm probably at the point now where I could take best foot forward. I've got a gap in the roster with its name on it. Oh, wait. They've changed this. Has that always been like this? Darkness is called Darkness now. When did that happen? Apply to Darkness with, you know, ARC, arc as in like curve. Also, hello, Vang. I'm sure that used to be called Blind, right? It wasn't... Am I stupid? Was this always called Darkness? With an arc in it? Anyway. I think this is not that good for me, to be honest with you, because I'm not going to really lean into status conditions. It's more of the wheelhouse of the round drill. We'll just take some more gold when I refresh the board. We actually might set up a refresh build as well, because we want to get Duplicate Orb in the run at some point. My pathway is a bit messy right now. I was going to say, anytime like you're dropping into an area where it should be fine, it's always a bit like, if there's a bomb down there as well, because you could always just rattle it back out again with a bomb. It used to be called blindness 100%. Good. I'm not just losing my mind. Well, much. Alright, let's use the concentration to clear a path to one of the bombs here. I'm very happy with that. Oh my god. Concentration. You know what? You're slowly moving up the table of, like, orb quality. You're so useful sometimes. I'll try and get a bit of Chemi Ball on the board. An update without update notes? Yeah. Maybe there was actually an update note, because I do vaguely remember, like, there being some sort of patch in Peglin. I guess it was that they changed, but I don't remember seeing notes. Actually, hold on a second. There's not patch notes, right? I've not missed something. No, there's no patch notes. I might be at least my mind not putting up because of specifically Peglin. I mean, maybe not the very specific part of the verbiage they're using in the game, but I think if Insanity was on a scale, which I suspect it is, I think Peglin is like, it's pushing me in the direction, right? It might not be like dragging me like with a V8 engine, but it's certainly giving me a good shove every now and again. It gives me a kick. Okay, give me another bomb. Hopefully get 30 damage off this, but either way the Chemi Ball will get me there, so we're fine. We should consider Swaltop. Although, I say we should consider Swaltop. I think when you got best foot forward, but I don't need to get both of them. So I'll just take one for now. I would like a heal as well, because I think my health is a bit too low for the final boss. You playing Minecraft more? Certainly a game. Alright, we're back. This time, I think we're stronger. It might not prove to be the case in the end, you know. We might get a bad roll in terms of orb ordering, which we somewhat have because I've not got the Chemi Ball at the top, but it's still pretty high up on the list. Also, I don't really have anything great to give a damn good kicking to right now. You know what, let's do this. Let's hit the crit, hit the bat guy. I should be able to hit the refresh on Power Slide, the Chemi Ball effect. This is having my cake and eating it. Okay, I'm destroying all the Chemi Ball slime, which doesn't come back, by the way. We've still got a decent amount on the board. And now we definitely focus on bombs. There's probably something to be said that Chemi Ball is actually better with Swaltop as well compared to the healing slime stuff. Purely because the healing slime comes back, right, but Chemi Ball doesn't. So you kind of want a bit more of a scattergun approach, I think, for Chemi Ball, because you want to apply it multiple times. I think we're good here. I'll try and green and get a bit of gold in this fight. Really good, pink slime. Thank you very much. Oh my god. Oh, no, okay, we don't take damage. I was going to say, do we take a little bit of damage? We don't. Again, it's another situation where do we want to take this as my healing option? But I think if we take that as our healing option, basically all roads lead to, like, defeat. Let's take Best Foot up another level. More crits on board is actually quite nice. I know this character doesn't really have, like, a conventional crit build, but most of the orbs do more crit damage, so I kind of like it. Let's take it. I'm actually not sure if it was worth more than the gold gives you damage, but yeah, actually, maybe I should have thought about that for a bit longer. I don't think it's a big difference, to be honest with you, but I do have, like, a minor synergy with gold, right, with Brief Philosopher's Stone. We'll take a rest here because I want to actually get another battle. Cowards! Cowardly game. Okay, we're going to fight versus them all. And that is, like, the dream start. We just want to get the Chemi Ball on the board. On a plus 10 Chemi Ball as well. Very nice. So we've buffed them all, but it's kind of fine. I'm actually going to spread this around a little bit, I think. Just in case I strip the Chemi Ball off the, like, a plus 50 peg. I'd rather have a 10 and a 40, I think. Versus just a 0 and a 50. Okay. I'm actually aiming for the refresh more than the crit there, in case you were wondering. I did miss the refresh. But man, we actually might destroy this trait. Mr. Washington. Okay, I've just stripped off the 10 Chemi Ball slime. Bad time for concentration. There's not a lot I can do about this. Actually, I say it's bad timing. I think we just try and destroy the trees, the actual win condition here. For this turn. Then pivot back. And he is not guaranteed dead, but he's getting close. Kind of rude. I wish the target flipped on the reload. I actually know that's the way that worked. Alright, more down. Do I want a Necromancer? No. Do I want you yet, Trues? I actually don't think I do. I think you take one of Trues or Chemi Ball, but not both. They kind of do the same thing. And I really need piercing damage game. I can't express this any more than I am right now. I really, 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 really need it. I can't really afford to remove Refresh off the board. That would be terrible. It's really between Electric Peglin and Kinetic Meteorite, which I think do very similar things. But you know what, with like the bounciness of the slime, let's take Kinetic Meteorite. I think it's more fun anyway. Visually more appealing. Okay, actually a pretty good fight for me. I think the Chemi Ball build is actually very good against the wall. And again, I don't want to be like, you know, a hypocrite. There's plenty of times in this game where I say, oh, we've got the worst second floor boss I can imagine. How unlucky am I? This is like a day after I uploaded the episode, which was called, like, you know, what did I call the episode? It was like statistical, like, anomaly or something. Which, by the way, I didn't appreciate when I looked through my files saying, like, oh, what episode am I uploading today? And I called the episode statistical anomaly. And I was like, oh my god, what, I'm going to draw it as a thumbnail. But yeah, I feel like sometimes I get bad luck in this game, but you know what? When I get good luck, I should really call it out as well. Kind of an insane shot considering how few pegs there were on the board. Okay, concentration is here now to hit the refresh. You know what, let's slow the game down just to make sure I get it. You're dead to Chemi Ball. So Chemi Ball's doing 50 a time. I should probably hit a Chemi Ball just to get a bit more Chemi Ball out of it. You think about a walking statistical anomaly? I don't think that's a backhanded compliment. I couldn't even say that. It's just a backhand, honestly. Alright, again, let's buff another of the turquoisey cyan slimes. That's taking 70 damage a pop. We'll just do you to get gold. And I'd love to kill this turn, but I don't think it's going to happen. Okay. I'm actually going to take the damage here. He's dies to Chemi Ball regardless, I think, of me buffing the Chemi Ball. I'll take Swalt Up. I'm not thrilled about it, but I do think the Scattergun approach is better. As I said, for, like, stat buffing. Really interesting choices here. I can go right, lose a tile, get an elite and a shop. Or go left and go for question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Really weird. I think the safe option is to go right. But you know what? I'm actually going to go left. And this is part of the reason I said, like, I get into my head sometimes where I'm like, oh my god, I'm actually terrible at this game. Like, I have such an awful win percentage. I'm doing this for the sake of the digital spreadsheet, the in-game spreadsheet. It increases my chance of getting Belectrum, because Belectrum is tied to an event, so I need to do question marks, right? I've now been offered the best relic in the game, which I'm going to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm leaving. I don't think I can do it right now. I just have no way to, like, twist the odds in my favor. And I really can't afford to take the damage. I think if I have enough, like, sustain, then I can just, like, take this and not worry about it too much. Or at least have a bit of fun with it. But I think this is just... We've been here where I take it and go like, oh, it's the best relic in the game. Ho, ho, ho. Then it kills me. Ho, ho, ho. It's an old routine now. Goodbye, Pebbles. I do not want you. We'd really like to go left here, game, but Kinetic Meteorite is going to make this really awkward. It truly is the casino at this point. Oh, place your bets. Where are we going? Oh, there's a gap on the right side. Oh, we're going right, I think. Oh, hold on. Oh, we're going left. The bookies are raking it in there. Everyone went immediate last second, pushed the pile of money onto the right-hand side. No, it went to the other side. Okay, this, unironically, might be the best relic in the game, funnily enough. Now that everything else has been, like, you know, changed and nerfed. Really good healing, and I'm actually lacking healing, so I'm actually going to accept the offer. It is a bit scary for the next floor because of red bombs, but I'll just deal with that later. Remove an orb or remove all orbs. I know what the Keeper's favourite art option is, but we'll remove an orb, actually. And actually, this will take the pebbles into Spin Vento Originality. I only have one pebble left. Okay, all in all, the question mark pathway was not particularly great. It was okay. I think this relic's like a pretty good get for me, but a lot of the tiles were do nothing. But with, like, Slime makes the pegs bouncy. Kinetic Meteorite makes them even bouncier. Bounciness keeps the orb on the board longer. I hit pegs more, which surely means that this does more damage and heals me more. I think it is actually synergistic. The whole thing. I mean, it feels it. I'm back to full health again. You know what? Give me a bomb, and I'm gonna just try and nuke the bat guy. Alright, we're not gonna nuke him, but... I mean, the damage is going up. Yeah, I am removing events from the pool as well, I suppose. As another way of looking at it. There's probably a case to be made as well that I should take another Chemi Ball at this point and just fully focus on Chemi Ball. I think I actually will do. Where's... I got another battle. Okay, I'm not going to the shop. That's fine. I was going to say, we're going to use money again here. If not, I should do this. It'd be really good if we could get a way to spread Chemiball around the map. I think that's kind of what the Chemiball build is lacking. I don't know how you'd, like, pass it as an item, but... It's the big weakness that it is just pure single target damage. I guess it's fine, like, not everything needs to be able to do everything right, because then you just end up with the poltergeist. But it does feel like it's missing something. Okay, we remove one of the ranged enemies. Let's get the Chemiball spreading, I suppose. Oh, give me a big turquoise peg, please. Oh, the fans love the big slimy pegs. Perfect. No, don't strip it off again. Okay, it's gonna be some pretty good damage, I suspect. 90, okay. That's very good. Let's take the chandelier out. I think I will buff another Chemiball peg. And as I said, the whole thing just seems to, like, be working together quite nicely. Still at full health. Okay, I think we're gonna get shot again. That's okay. We healed back anyway because of the stake. He shoots me again. And we make even... Oh, look at the symmetry as well. Incredible work. Pink on one side, turquoise on the other. Okay, let's take you up another level. Let me take you up another level. I'd like to go right here, game. I think we're fine versus the wall. This build should be able to beat it. I am more concerned for the second floor, though. I feel like this is where, like, we're going to hit the wall of the Chemiball build. Ring of Pain is nice. Obviously, does nothing versus the wall, but it gives me AoE damage, right? And it's AoE damage that relies on me taking damage, which is fine because I can do these self-pain builds because I've got healing. We'll have a crack at opening the chest. Perfect. Early Chemiball, love to see it. Get it all on the board. It's also going to be a really good example of this, because I've said it many times before. This fight, if you can beat him before he slaps you, normally you're at a good pace to beat the wall. Like, I feel like the gimmicks are very similar. I will say, the actual wall itself, I think, gives you a little bit more wiggle room. Actually, maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this guy gives you a bit more wiggle room. Anyway, I feel relatively okay right now with the damage we're dealing. Probably should have hit that into the crit, to be honest with you. Never mind, never punished. Please stop stripping all the Chemiball off. Oh, we're so good. We're so good. I can even farm for gold on this last shot. Give him one of these. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. I think we got great concentration at this point because... I guess we got one more battle. I'll hold the rest of the money, but... Oh, weaponize envy for more damage. Okay, hold on a minute. This actually could be a big deal. I'll also greed this a little bit. So now, every time I heal, I will do 3 damage to the enemy. And I'm also stealing it, so I'm doing 1 on top of that. So I might, every time I hit a peg, doing 4 additional damage, which is actually quite significant. Is your Wall Elite rule of thumb actually correct? Did I just make it up because it's nice for the brain? A bit of both. Keeper, go back through the annals of Peglin, if you may. No, don't do this. I think most of the time that if I beat that guy without getting slapped and I fight the wall, I think I beat the wall afterwards. It's probably not like a 1-to-1 ratio, but I think it's really close. And I think the times where and I think this is more common, if he slaps me, I almost always get killed by the wall afterwards. The timing is just very similar. The health pool is obviously quite drastically different, but the peg density is also quite different. Kind of rude, by the way, to put this many additional enemies on this map. I'd also turn this guy's health bar into white. A suspicious white substance. Alright, we're taking many poisons now. That's actually fine. Why? Because I can heal. Oh, the weaponized envy's doing a little bit of damage to them now as well. Also, when I say every 4 pegs, I guess it's like every 5 pegs I'm doing 4 additional damage. Okay, we have to take Duplicator because it's one of the literal reasons I'm doing this is for this. I'm going to take an upgrade on it as well. It's kind of refresh tech, right? For this fight, it actually doesn't really matter what my health is as long as I've got some, so I'll fuck around a little bit. So I think the only way we get really super mega trolled here is if the ordering is super, super awful. It's actually okay. Okay, let me try and copy the refresh if I can. I think that's the big deal for me here. Nice. Flame makes a weird little noise as well when it goes off. Okay, let's Chemi Ball the board now. Please stop stripping the Chemi Ball off again. It's extremely counterproductive what we're doing right now. Alright, I'm back again. Again, I'm going to use the rule of spread the buffs around for Chemi Ball Slime. But I'm far more likely to strip it off. Okay, we're 8% of the way there. I have a bit of an awkward situation now with the orbs and sack. I guess we'll take this refresh. Okay, didn't want to hit the temporary one afterwards, but it's fine. Terror Ball, do your thing. I'm not sure if you're better than the Horror Ball there, but it's... I feel like the Horror Ball is more likely to just get stuck on the board, and it'll be a help ball stuck moment. The Wall with Meteorite is literally the Plinko game. Kind of. Okay, this is where things can get a bit messy, actually. The refresh is in a great spot, and my refresh tech is all being used up right now. I'm slowly getting there. I think we're like a refresh away from winning this. Okay, not a great shot, but I had to do something. That's huge. Okay, concentration is the dream orb to start with. Get the refresh. And again, we just keep buffing slime pegs. I didn't see what the Chemi Ball was at right now, but it must be in like the 200s, at least. Yeah, 308. Horrible, terrible again, by the way. Just throwing it out there. Just an observation. So this guy's getting 2 turns, assuming I don't strip enough slime off. Which doesn't matter anymore, because he's actually dead to peg damage as well. No, he's not. Nearly dead to peg damage. Okay. Let's not get too greedy here. I think we could, like, you know, keep adding stuff to the sack, but we've got something that we're going to knock off of the list. Let's upgrade it again. I actually didn't know you got multi-ball at the max level either. You know what? That's the advantage of the spreadsheet. I'm learning new things every single time. Okay, we don't need more refresh stuff, because I don't have any synergy with it right now. I think you would be a bit of a risk because I don't have enough refresh stuff for you, so I guess we take safety pegulations, which is actually pretty good because I am lacking piercing. I am unfortunately also lacking damage to some degree as well, but we'll see. I mean, either way, my scaling is on pegs, and eventually we can get the pegs up to enough damage that this will go a long way. Also, it protects me from the red bomb, so actually, there's a lot of reasons to do this. I think it's actually just an all-round good play. Alright. Sure, Pink Slide, just strip all the useful stuff off. That's fine. I'm sure that no one's going to be bothered by this. You did do a lot of damage, to be fair. Okay, you did win the fight, so I suppose I can't complain, but... I'm watching you is all I'm saying. Okay, I think we want to go for the double shot later on. And as a general rule of thumb, again, I think we just want to avoid battles. It actually might be a really awkward boss battle, to be completely honest with you as well. Because I've reduced bomb damage. To be fair, it also reduces it anyway by their effect, but we're going to be really doing, like, no damage anymore. I'm not thrilled by this either. Yeah, I'm really not thrilled by what's going on at all now. Splat Up, can you do some mega damage, please? Alright, well, I found the lost condition. It's just this battle. Fortunately, Ring of Pain is somewhat helping me, but... big refresh. But yeah, there is a scary guy coming towards me. Oh my god. That was pain. You know what? I got concerned, but I'm glad we're safe. I was like, is he just gonna destroy me on the reload? No. I'm actually gonna take a heal. It's so minor, but I had so much money, why risk it? Yeah, there's a lot of lost conditions, to be honest with you, that I have to juggle. We probably don't want to do this, to be honest with you. I think we actually skip it because of Spin Vintage Originality. Although, actually, no, there is one. Because I've literally turned it off on the Chemi Ball, so we might as well keep turning it off. And it wasn't intentional because I actually forgot about it, but to be fair, I think the damage the orb actually does itself is less important than the application of slime to the board. Okay, this fight's actually quite scary now. I still suspect we'll be okay because the board's actually quite dense with pegs, but they do hit you pretty hard. I love the Swole Tub in this fight as well, just so you can see the board. Alright, slime it up. Got a very late refresh there as well. Have they changed my debuff to Darkness? They have. I don't know what happened to the audio there, but I approve of whatever happened to it. It got really scuffed for a second. Oh my god. Just keep clearing a path towards the refresh. Aha! The weather vane's gonna go down this turn. so close to the refresh. By the way, this fight would have been so hard under old rules, where targeted things don't affect the invisible enemies. Literally, the Chemi Ball build just wouldn't work here. So I'd have just instantly lost, probably. How much health do you have? You're a juggernaut. Okay. I think I just stick with what I've got. We've got a double shot coming up later. Oh, Axe is so good here. It's like the ultimate answer to this boss. Well, I say it's the ultimate answer. This is kind of like going to turn it off a little bit, but I said before, this guy has an effect, and he's one of the few bosses that has an effect like this that reduces a source of damage that's incoming. He halves bomb damage. Now he's going to take double bomb damage. Now, I do have to remember in the mathematics of this, I actually reduced it by 75% as well. But all in all, I'm doing more bomb damage than I would have done otherwise. Because otherwise I'd have been doing like... Would it be like an eighth I was doing? Whereas now I think I'm going to be doing a quarter. So it's more, but... I guess, you know... Not the biggest battle I've won in Peglin. Please go right. Alright. Just increasing my chance of getting red bomb events. Oh, red bomb event. It's fine, as long as I don't set off every red bomb at the same time, we're okay. And we do have the oboe for a bit of protection. Okay, red bomb has gone off, but one is fine. I'm completely okay with one going off per turn. I'd even accept two. Okay, two went off, I think, that turn. What I'm not okay with is, like, 7 going off. I'll leave concentration for now. The board's quite dense anyway. Again, I'm okay with a red bomb going off. Holy moly, I just absolutely destroyed you guys. Okay. Now, I will say that the missed navigations made my life quite considerably harder, purely because I have to take fights now. I can't really avoid it. So, it's a new loss condition, basically. Perfect. I'm very happy enough to have this battle. Even though you put like 1,600 health on the board, I'll still take it. And you know what? Let me start working you down. Ah, I stripped the slime off. It's still a good peg. It's 40 damage on a peg. That's right, just keep cleaving all your friends. Also, these bats are going to block the spiders, so I'm not actually taking damage from the spiders this turn. Well, not including the back one. But the other 3 won't hit me, I think. The bats are working for me. Fuck, the healing. Sorry, the refresh. Okay, the guy killed himself on me. I am taking a lot of damage here, but that's fine. We can just heal it back up again. There we go. Right as rain. And you know what? As I said, I've got a newfound respect to the duplicate orb. It's actually pretty good with multi-ball. I think it's another one of those orbs where you have to get to level 3 quickly. But it's putting in a shift. Alright, anytime a weather vane shows up as well, we're a little bit spooked. Actually, with this opening in particular, I'm very spooked. I think I should fire this off. And then this. And now you be a big full heal for me, please. You picked up the kill. That's all I could really ask. I think for safety reasons, let's just take the 6 health. It doesn't really matter where I go. I'd prefer to go left, I think, but it's like... It just doesn't matter too much. I should be able to navigate out the chest tile right, which is where I want to go. I guess I'll take it. Not the most impactful relic I could get at this point of the game. Okay. Chemical the board, please. I guess I should kick one of you Chemi balls. I think I should. I'm actually not sure. It might be the wrong play, to be honest with you. It might actually all around be better to keep applying Chemi ball. Maybe not. Maybe with shots like that, it's not. Because I guess 4 applications of Chemi ball is worth the same as kicking a peg. You vote to upgrade the Pebble now for Spin Vint Originality and Sling and level 3 for wild damage. I mean, it would do quite a lot. To be fair, we're going to get to the point fairly soon that if I don't get anything from the shop, it is what I'm going to do, because I have nothing better to do with it anyway. But it's crazy, I've got 281 gold at this point. Actually, you know what? I've not really given it credit, but I bet your Re-Philosopher's Stone's actually doing a lot of work for me. Money-wise. I was wondering how I'd gain so much money, but I'm now, like, copying the refresh. I've got, like, a few refresh tech-type things. And it must be giving me, like, 10 gold a time. Alright, you're funny. What's the other thing I was looking for? Sorry, Activator, that's right. I think you and you can get into the sack, and I feel pretty happy about life. It's whether or not you make the sack as well. I think you actually are good enough. And then I'm going to exit. Because I've got another chop immediately afterwards. Okay, you get in the sack as well. And I think that's it. Nothing else really matters here. Bearing in mind, I could still buy something and fully upgrade it. Probably. My build's actually not that good versus you. Fortune is only one of you, but... And I really hate where one of the refreshes has gone. Fuck. I think we're okay still. I have concentration. And a rare horrible would be fine here. Okay, we're good. Oh, hello, Speed Duck Orb. One of the best orbs in the game. This is why you save 101 gold. Alright, get in the sack. If only I'd taken a bad slime... I mean, actually, if I'd taken a bad slime, I couldn't afford it. Okay, don't be dumb here. Just clear a path and leave. I'll also say this fight's really awkward with slime build because it's a bit awkward to slime the pegs because they're, you know, the squares. It does work, to be fair, otherwise it would be, like, actually heinous, but it still always makes me a bit uncomfortable because you can't really see what you're doing, right? Grip the swirl pebble, I know. We have bigger fish to fry now. I say that, we might actually not get to spin Doctor. Alright, definitely not if we're going to do that every single turn. Also, excuse me, these should be +1 pegs. My swirl top is a 6-9, which is nice. Unfortunately, the damage not as nice. And the distinct lack of upgrading, also not very nice. I don't know where my refresh is right now, so I might actually just fire off the old pebble here. Sure, it's the wrong play, though. Let's just hit a crit. You know what? I actually didn't know this. Constant Education hits the square pegs. Based on the amount of times I take Constant Education, you'd think I'd know this, but I actually just didn't. Where is my refresh, by the way? Oh, there's my refresh. I have 2 on the board, I just can't find them. Like, it's crazy. I just can't hit the refresh. It's why I'm gonna lose. Oh my god, and you've now stripped all the numbers off. Hold on, I need to kill this guy. Is this counting as flipping? Okay, it's flipping now. Perfect. Jesus, this has been a real, like, tough slog. We're still not out of the woods yet. Huge refresh. Okay, give me Spin Doctor again and I'll be forgiven. Thankfully as well I got Decoy Orb. Okay, it's a bit away, the Spin Doctor. You know what, I'm just sending it straight into your face. Because you're just killing your ads at this point. I'm getting a little bit concerned. Right, ads die. It's just he's now scaling to the point where he can just one-shot me, which is a little bit spooky. I think we're just going to sneak through, but it is a bit of a sneak through situation. I'm doing minus 300 damage now. I think it's okay, though. It looks kind of bad, but I think it's fine, because the Chemi Ball stuff will do way more now. By the way, the negative version of it scales for every multiple of 3 rather than 10, in case you're wondering what the equation is. I actually checked it up. So I think this is going to be doing like 60 damage, just minus 20. Alright. Oh, he died to Chemi Ball with the board fully rectangled up again. I don't think I've ever seen that before either. Like, we're 500 or so, well, not 500, but we're approaching 500 episodes in, and we just saw a bunch of weird shit happening. I didn't realize the chemical went through the square stuff when turned the squares go up again. Like, he tidied up his mess, and then perished. He put his toys away and went to bed again. Anticlimactic. It was a weird climax. I mean, either way, we do knock something off the digital spreadsheet, the internal spreadsheet. A duplicate up. You know what? I've even got one on my desk. That can get crossed off. Sadly, we didn't get activate up, so we're gonna have to play this character again. But maybe we'll like trade things around. Maybe we'll go as a different character and try and get something else next. Anyway, that'll do this episode of YouTube. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why not leave a like and subscribe? Everything helps me out. I'll see you next time. Bye.